Hello, my name is Nick, and I would like to welcome you to my series on my BPT journey. This presentation is my own opinion and is not endorsed by any other group. Through my journey, I sat both exams multiple times, and it took me a total of 7 years to complete my training. This may sound like the opposite of endorsement, but through this rocky journey, I had to keep reflecting on and reapproaching this process from numerous angles, which has provided me with what I consider a number of useful insights, which I intend to share so that you may have a smoother journey. However, this is not a rule book. Simply incorporate the points which help you. This presentation is the second in my 10-part series on my BPT journey and focuses on the foundation phase. The most important thing for the foundation phase is to avoid rocky and unstable foundations, like trying to memorize Harrison's, minimal thought about mentors, not considering your own learning style, and poor priorities. These are examples of all mistakes I made. I tried to work through Harrison's in a chronological order, though I gave up quickly and utilized other resources which suited me better. I chose mentors that I liked working for, but didn't consider that neither particularly provided additional teaching. I didn't understand my own learning style, and this really hampered my efficiency with my study. And I tried to finish off my master's degree simultaneously during my first year of BPT, which is something I recommend for nobody. Though I didn't get everything wrong, I was lucky enough to join a good study group. A good study group is important because they motivate you, bring wider knowledge and resources, and help you debrief the stress that comes with the exam. It is hard for people outside of BPT to fully appreciate the intricacies of the process. So having these groups of people who truly understand and are invested in seeing you do well is very special. I'm still very thankful for all the people who made up my various study groups along the way. Logistically, I recommend a study group of 3 or 4 people, meetings weekly or fortnightly, basing the sessions on the themes of the college lectures and the associated old questions, and deciding early on how to divide the content up between the members. For additional support when selecting mentors, you need to consider what your needs and expectations are. Some people are seeking experience in a certain medical field, some additional education, and some emotional support. When I could better understand my own needs, I actually changed mentors, as I found I needed mentors who were able to afford me time to do additional practice with them. There is a lot to learn, and you want to leave time for the priorities discussed in the first presentation. Therefore, the aim is to be efficient as possible with your learning. To do this, determine your learning style. There are many free resources to assist you with this. Additionally, as repetition is the key for forming long-term memory, I also recommend utilization of active recall and spaced repetition resources, such as Anki or Brainscape. Now, there are a lot of resources that will be recommended to you, and sometimes this can be overwhelming. I would recommend starting with the college lectures and material associated with the college. Then, if knowledge gaps are identified by you or your study group, or the style of presentation isn't compatible with your style of learning, then seek additional resources. Don't try to push through with a resource just because it was recommended. The field of knowledge expected is too broad and complex that a single perfect resource doesn't exist. My key takeaway point for this presentation is to start strong and then just continue to get stronger. That concludes my presentation on the foundation phase. Thank you for watching and good luck on your journey.